What's up guys, this is Amgad back to you with another video, and I've been using the iPhone 12 Pro Max since it came out, and today is a review on it, so we're gonna see if it's worth buying or if you should upgrade from it. So today we're gonna see if you should consider that phone as maybe a budget option or not. So let's find out. Starting with design. The design that's cutting edge with the chamfered stainless steel edges on the sides of the phone that honestly look amazing in a glassy sandwich from the back and the front. And honestly, I'm 100% sure that it's not gonna feel any less than the next iPhone 14 for sure. Although I've had a couple of scratches on the screen from here and there because I haven't used any screen protector since I got the phone, and I rarely used cases because I don't like cases on phones. Honestly, I like to feel the actual phone without the case. So the phone has been out of a case most of the time. But in the back though, you wouldn't see any scratches of any kind because it's frosted glass, and frosted glass is more durable than the glass in the front or the glossy glass, if that makes sense. Moving to the display. The display that's super sharp, the AMOLED panel that has super colorful natural colors. That display is basically a flagship display because it's real. That phone was a flagship one day, and honestly I have no complaints on this display other than the big notch that Apple is actually behind in this category compared to the competitions. Like, if we're gonna compare this to maybe the Note 20 Ultra at the time, the Note 20 Ultra had a very little hole punch for the camera. It didn't have a big chunky notch like this. Well, the notch has the Face ID stuff, but they can definitely make it smaller, and I blame them for that. Moving to the performance, and it's an iPhone, so you can expect an awesome performance, and everyday use is like an ash to this phone. You can throw any game at it and it will work just fine. I played PUBG, I played Asphalt 9, I played Call of Duty. The most, graphical intensive games work on this phone just fine. And you won't notice any lags or any sort of heat. Maybe it gets warm a little, but it doesn't feel hot at all. Maybe after like 4 or 5 hours of continuous gaming session, the display will dim a little so it can reduce heat, but that's the only compromise on the performance on this phone. Moving to the cameras, and the phone has a 12 megapixel triple camera setup, the telephoto and an ultra wide, and then the regular angle. And pictures and photos that comes out of this phone are absolutely insane. The dynamic range is awesome, and they're sharp. The image has lots and lots of details, and maybe the zoom isn't the most powerful feature of this phone's camera, but it can do the job just fine. And on the main lens of this phone, the iPhone 12 Pro Max specifically has a feature that the rest of the iPhone 12 lineup doesn't have, which is called a sensor shift. So instead of the OIS or optical image stabilization, where if you shoot a video, the lens will move a little so it can stabilize the video. The lens will actually physically move to stabilize the video. But now with the 12 Pro Max on the main sensor, the sensor itself will shift. With that, we get even more stabilization compared to the lens. So if the sensor moves, the video would be more stabilized than if the lens is the object that moves. You can shoot a 4K 60 frames per second video from all three cameras, but you can tell that the best quality will come from the main sensor. The phone also has a little dot. It's a infrared projector that can help with 3D scanning and augmented reality stuff. So you can take advantage of that maybe in like apps or the Measure app that Apple offers where you can measure this stuff. But it works on other iPhones, so it's not really a big deal. Moving to the last thing that we're gonna talk about in this phone is the battery life. So right now, by the time that I'm shooting this video, my battery health is 86%. And obviously when I got the phone brand new, it was 100. And ever since then, my first 2 weeks of usage in this phone when it was brand new, the phone lasted me 2 days. But now it lasts me a full day with no problem. And I would call this a good battery because the iPhone 11 Pro Max had an absurd battery life. That was awesome. But we had a little downgrade from the battery side in this phone. And I think it's unfortunate, honestly, but hey, if the phone lasts you the whole day, I think I would call that a good battery. Not an excellent, not impressive, but it would be a good battery. You'll have 6 hours of continuous screen on time, and with the screen off time, iPhones are pretty good at the standby time, so you'll have no worries at all. And that was it for me in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a solid like. Also subscribe so you don't miss any of my new videos. And follow me on all of my social media accounts, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All the links are going to be in the description below. Thank you.